Well, hello, happy Tuesday, happy tea time. I'm really enjoying my tea today, and so please stay tuned. I would love to share with you what I'm actually drinking. But before we get there, I have a question for you. Have you ever eaten any food without actually being physically hungry? And yes, I guess you're going to roll your eyes at me and say, well, absolutely, I have. And there are many reasons why we do that. But the one that I really would love to talk about today is about emotional eating. And so I do have my fair share of experience in that arena. When I was about 13 years old, my parents went through a divorce and I started to love and consume a lot of chocolate. It actually got so bad that my mom locked the chocolate away. Everyone in the house knew where the key was except of me, because once I got my hands on it, I couldn't just, I had to go through the whole bar and sometimes through two and sometimes even through three bars. And so she really did it for my best interest. Fast forward in my early 20s, I moved to the States and I fell in love. And after about 7 years of our relationship, also unfortunately, our relationship ended in a divorce. And really for about 2.5 years, I completely put myself in a hole. And in that depressed state, chocolate was my absolute best friend. I gained about 25 pounds and about 2.5 years later finally decided, okay, this is not a good way of living. And so I tried to make changes, and I actually went from one extreme, really going to the other end of the extreme. I worked out really hard, 6, sometimes 7 days a week. And I ate really healthy, even counting a lot of my calories. I had lots of veggies and lots of fruits, but I still had my chocolate because now I was burning all these calories. And so now I could just have as much chocolate as I wanted to. And so what really helped me? Well, for me, it was two things. Actually, were two things. One, it was meditation. I vividly remember sitting on the floor cross-legged. My feet were falling asleep. It was so uncomfortable, but yet it still had such a profound impact as I continued doing it. The other thing for me was whole grains. So I know in general carbs are a big no-no, but that's not true. For me, in my body, I needed whole grains, brown rice or oats or quinoa, the many other grains that exist that I prefer to have gluten-free. And so because I still had that slow release sugar, which is really something that my body still needed, at least I could let go of the chocolate. And so the beautiful thing, though, however, is that our bodies are unique and that we are unique. The world would be so boring if we wouldn't be. And that means also that your body is unique in a way that maybe meditation and whole grains are not your answer. And that's why I'm so passionate about health coaching, because a health coach, we can really help you figure out what are some of the thoughts and triggers behind emotional eating for you. By the way, don't get me wrong. Today, I still ever so often have moments and sometimes days where I go back to my chocolate and then it's more than just a piece. But I have learned to address it much better. So now I sit down and I really think through what kind of beliefs I am bearing right now that might be creating this anxiety in my body, or what emotions are really triggering it. I journal a lot. I also do really realize that in those moments, I just need to relax a little bit and kick back. So sleeping, get lots and lots of sleep. And sometimes it's even good to get a day or two off and just, get away and understand what are the emotions that you're really dealing with. And so one other thing I do, and okay, I might be joking, but actually that's not true. Chamomile tea, the one that I'm enjoying today, chamomile tea really can help us with reducing our anxiety. And I have this chamomile tea that I think I actually introduced already once. It is a chamomile lemon tea. But what I did, now in the summertime, I let it cool off a little bit, but I added a half whole lemon to it as well. So that gives it that bit of a tanginess now in the summertime, the sourness with the chamomile tea. And I really love that. It's a really good combination. So I hope this was helpful, not just the chamomile tea, but the rest of the information as well. I hope you have an outstanding Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you very soon again. Cheers.